Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Hello and welcome back. We're on the 9th of December for this.
Remember the 9th of December.
That's not what the song is.
Is that how it goes?
The song is On the 9th Day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
I was talking about the V for Vendetta.
But that's
Gay Fawkes Day.
That's not December.
That was 4th of November.
Remember the
4th of November.
November.
Yes.
And you said 9th of December. Ha! I'm pulling a beer. This one I have packed very badly.
Where'd you get this paper from? This is like construction paper.
I
think I got paper cuts off of this.
Ooh. Finally we have arrived at the story I want to tell. So
first of all, should we say what the beer is?
The beer is Stockholm Brewing King of Grapes.
Right, which is a Foder sour aged on fermented Grenache grapes, Venice tart and complex.
But that's not the reason why I brought it.
Cellar Series comes at 8%. This is practically
a session
beer
based
on what we've been having.
But the reason I brought it is because in October.
Oh, it's a bit of a gusher.
Yeah, that's what your mom says. Hi.
Oh, okay.
In October there was a beer festival, and all this year has been devoid of beer festivals except like February.
Well, except for the one we went to.
Yes, and then in October, Great Swedish Beer Festival happened without us. Mm-hmm. This beer was made exclusively for the Great Swedish Beer Festival.
Really?
It wasn't exclusive, of course, but it was made for the GSBF, and then some bottles reached the market. So I figured, I need to get this, I need to share it with Stefan, and we will be kind of at the Great Swedish Beer Festival, despite how it tastes.
It smells delicious. I mean, it smells...
We will be there in spirit.
We are there in spirit. I am there in my heart and my soul. I am there with them, and whatever. I didn't really follow what happened this year, and it was a real interesting setup because you would order a small pitcher of beer for the table, right?
Yeah. So they decreased the number of breweries from 100 to 50.
Okay.
You needed, when you bought tickets to a session, you had to buy them in pairs of 4. So that's not pairs. In groups of 4 tickets.
Blocks of 4.
Blocks of 4. And those 4 people had to sit at the same table and could not mingle or mix with any other participants of the festival.
Okay. So would you have to have your table pre-configured, like you knew who was going to be at your table, or would you just buy into a table? Like
No. You bought 4 tickets. Those were your 4 tickets, and that was the table.
All right. So whenever you sit at the table, whatever table you sat at, you had 4 tickets for that table.
Yes.
All right, and everyone had 4 tickets.
Yes.
So up to 16 tickets per table.
No. 1 table, 4 tickets. You cannot come 5 people. Go away.
Well, no, but each person had 4 tickets.
No.
Wait, that's not what I asked you.
You, Stefan Halley, would buy a 4-pack of tickets. And you would bring me and 2 other people. We would not have. We would use your tickets.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. That's not my understanding. My understanding was
you could not buy a single person ticket to the festival.
All right. So then I would buy a 4. So I was buying a table at this point.
Yes.
Okay. So that's how. So I was buying a table, and then once I bought the table, I would bring the 4 people that would sit with me at that table.
Yes.
And then we would order the pitchers of beer at an additional cost.
Yes.
Okay.
But the entry fee was quite low and the pitchers were quite small, so the people who went were really happy.
Yes.
They got to try many good beers. They got good service, etc.
It's actually a good compromise in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a system. I don't know if it's the best one, but it seems pretty good because I saw the pitchers. The pitchers would, give a table of 4 a quarter glass of beer or a small taster.
Yeah.
Of beer, and you get your 2 centiliters and per person, and be pretty happy, I think. With maybe even a little bit left over if you pour.
Exactly. And I talked to Björn of Björn Guiden vlog, and he was very happy because when you went to the bathroom, you were standing in a line with a lot of distance between people in line. But the people leaving the bathroom did not pass by the line. They went out a separate way. So it was like a circle of people. You never met anyone. You just kind of went on like a conveyor belt of people needing to pee.
Well, the sport events have those.
That's pretty smart.
Where you come in one door and you exit out the other. So that way you can keep people flowing and you don't have to backtrack over people.
It's a good system.
It's a very good system. All right, so
let's try this.
Enough about urination issues. So let's get into this one.
King of Grapes.
It smells very vinous and wine-esque.
It's definitely tart and vinous.
I have to say, Stockholm Brewing is getting much, much better.
With their sours, at least.
I don't know that I've tried more than their sours.
When I bring Stockholm Brewing to you, it's always the sours.
It's almost always the sours.
Yeah.
But they make some stouts and some IPAs
and
too.
Pilsners and stuff. They make all kinds of stuff.
Okay, well, the ones I always see in Systembolaget are mostly their sours.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that I look for, I think, more often than not. And I think they've always been kind of an adequate brewery.
Yeah.
I mean, some highs, some lows, a lot of, in the middles. But I think they're getting better and improving their game and their skills. And this is actually one of the better ones I've tried from them.
Yeah, this is really good. Stockholm Brewery has always been top 50% of Sweden. But that's very easy because Sweden contains so many absolutely garbage brewers.
I would put them in the top 25%, honestly.
Yep,
I think,
probably me too.
Yeah, I mean they're a top 20 brewer for me. They're out there. They're doing some interesting stuff. I mean, they're not always successful, but they at least are challenging themselves, and they're creating interesting things. In this Cellar series, I think I've tried quite a few from them, thanks to you, and they've been generally overall. I think they've been very good.
Yep, definitely.
And I think this is a beer that if you didn't know that it was Stockholm Brewing Company, you put it in a more higher profile
Belgian-y almost.
Yeah. I'm very kind of Belgian-y. Put in a higher profile, more exclusive label, I think people would really rave over this beer.
Quite possibly. Do you mean you should actually do this blind?
Yeah, because what I'm saying is I think the label on this is really bad. It's a horrible label.
Yeah.
So it feels very childish and whatnot. But it was one of those things where if you were to take it and you blind tasted it against other premium kind of wild ales, I think you would rank this pretty high amongst them.
That's probably true. At the same time as I managed to buy this one, I also managed to buy the Stockholm 100% Natural, which I've already drank. Sorry.
That's okay. I forgive you.
And that one was completely spontaneously fermented with Stockholm wild yeast.
I've seen that one. I almost bought that one.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. It was a 4.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
It tasted very genuine.
Yeah.
So like a mild Belgian goose.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like the authenticity was there, but it needed more flavor to compete with the Belgian counterparts.
The yeast are probably as inoculated as you would get in
probably
in Boone or Girardin or Cantillon or different, where they really basically you just walk in the room where they have their cool ships and it's just a yeast factory, and yeast is in every pore of every wood grain,
Yes.
And you don't get that overnight. It takes decades to kind of develop. So
yeah, and it'll be different yeast strains because the one in Pajottenland in Belgium is such a specific yeast strain, but it's a good one.
This is 8%. I mean, for me, this drinks like a 4%.
It does.
4.5% or something like that. It is so drinkable. And at 8%, you're kind of like, that's so tart and tasty. And You get a little bit of the apple flavors, and you get some like wine flavors. It's
hopefully I have redeemed myself from yesterday's Baltic Porter.
You have.
Good.
Because the more I try this, actually, the more I like it.
It's also growing on me.
This is the only reason I'm not having more. It's because it's 8%. If this was like a 4.5%, I'd be like, let's fill it up. Let's have a little bit more.
Glug.
So this is, for me, this is definitely like a 4.25.
Yeah, me too.
I really, I'm having a little more.
4.25, definitely.
Because it's really, really good. So if you can get your hands on a bottle of this, it's got some of the like nail polishy varnish scent on the nose.
On the
front
nose,
end.
yes, but not in the flavor.
None of that. None of the flavor. It's very light and sweet and a little tart finish. A bit dry, kind of like a wine.
Effervescent.
And I still can't believe this is 8%.
No.
All of the fruit, all of the so much flavor. Oh.
They've done a good job.
Excellent work.
And so have we so far in this Christmas calendar.
We have. Okay, and this is what day? What?
It's 8th of December.
It's not the 8th. It's got to be the 9th.
I'm drunk.
Yes.
We drank beers before this episode.
Yes, we have. All right, we'll call it a day. Until next time.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.